Imagine this. You just matched with someone online. Within 3 days, they're calling you their soulmate. They tell you they've never felt this way before. And somehow, they already know you're the one. Sounds like love at first sight, right? Or could it be a trap? I know it can feel exciting. That rush of attention, the way your phone lights up with their messages, it's thrilling. But here's the thing, not everyone online is who they seem. Some people are genuinely looking for connection, and some are experts at playing with your emotions. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through how to tell the difference. We'll dive into real stories from real people who've been in your shoes. I'll give you practical strategies to protect yourself emotionally and even spot the red flags before they get a chance to hurt you. Alright, let's start with the first story, and you'll see exactly how quickly things can start to feel real and how to tell when they're not. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt excited about someone online, but also a little uneasy? Maybe they're too sweet, too eager, or every time you ask to meet in person, there's a new excuse. Maybe every message feels like it's testing you, and you find yourself walking on eggshells just to keep them happy. You're not imagining things. This is exactly why so many people feel stressed in online dating. It's confusing. It can feel like you're caught in a whirlwind of emotions you didn't sign up for. And emotionally exhausting? Absolutely. 1 minute you feel hope, the next minute doubt. Your heart races, your mind spins, and you start asking yourself, am I doing something wrong? Here's the thing, you're not failing at love. You're not too sensitive, too cautious, or unlucky. You just haven't seen the whole picture yet. And that's what this video, and my guide, What a Wild Online Dating World, is here to help with. We're going to peel back the layers of online dating, show you the patterns, and give you the tools to see clearly before your heart or your wallet gets hurt. By the end of this section, you'll start recognizing the subtle signs that something's off, even when it feels like everything is perfect on the surface. Let's look at a real scenario that happens all the time, and I'll show you how easily it can go from flattering to alarming. Okay, let's get specific. I want to give you tools you can actually use, so listen carefully. Here are a few red flags I see all the time. First, fast intimacy. They say things like, "You're the only one for me," or "I've never felt like this before, and it's only been a few days." That rush can feel flattering, even romantic, but it's also a warning sign. Second, avoiding reality checks. They rarely video call, or worse, they come up with excuse after excuse to not meet in person. If someone is serious about you, they'll want to see you in real life. Period. Third, pressure tactics. Every hesitation from you is met with guilt. You might hear things like, "If you loved me, you'd trust me," or "Why are you doubting us?" That's emotional manipulation at its finest. And here's the tricky part. These people are often charming, funny, attentive. They know exactly how to make you feel special. That's why even the smartest, most caring people get pulled in. Recognizing these red flags isn't about being cynical, it's about being aware. Once you see them clearly, you can protect yourself without losing your heart to someone who doesn't have your best intentions in mind. Let me share a story. A young woman I know met someone online. He sent daily good morning and good night messages. He remembered every small detail about her life. He seemed perfect. At first, it felt exciting, even comforting. Someone finally seemed to get her. But 3 months in, they had never met in person. Every time she suggested meeting, there was an excuse. A work trip, a sick family member, or some technical problem. And slowly, she started feeling anxious, doubting herself. Sound familiar? You might even recognize some of your own experiences in that story. Here's the key lesson. Actions always outweigh words. Emotions can be faked, charm can be rehearsed, but actions real. Consistent actions cannot. If someone truly wants to connect with you, they'll make the effort, consistently and respectfully. And that's exactly what we're going to break down in the next section, how to spot the difference between someone who's genuinely interested and someone who's just very good at pretending. Let's move on to how to apply this in your own online dating experiences. so you can start protecting your heart without losing hope. I want you to take a moment. Think about your last online interaction that left you confused, uneasy, or just off. What were the behaviors that triggered that feeling? Write down 3 things, yes, 3. Seriously, pause this video if you need to. Take a minute to be honest with yourself. Because here's the thing, that list isn't just an exercise, it's a tool. By noticing patterns in these interactions, you'll start to see red flags earlier, before your emotions get pulled in too deep. And over time, that awareness becomes a kind of shield helping you connect with people who are genuinely trustworthy and avoid those who aren't. Once you have that list in front of you, keep it close. We're going to build on it in the next section, where I'll show you practical strategies to respond to these situations, so you can protect yourself without shutting your heart down entirely. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed by everything we've talked about so far, there's a resource I created just for this. It's called What a Wild Online Dating World. I wrote this guide after reviewing hundreds of real online conversations. It breaks down exactly what's genuine, what's manipulative, and what patterns to watch for step by step. Later in the video, I'll show you exactly how to grab your copy. Think of it like a roadmap for navigating online dating safely, without losing your heart or your confidence. Even if you've been burned before, this guide will help you understand the dynamics, spot the red flags, and make smarter choices moving forward. Let's dive into some strategies that actually work. These are things you can start applying today. No drama, no guesswork. First, slow down the pace. Never feel pressured to accelerate a relationship. If someone insists that you move faster than you're comfortable with, that's a red flag. Second, verify identity. Video calls, social media cross-checks, or even mutual friends if possible. It sounds basic, but so many people skip this step, and it's often the difference between safety and heartbreak. Third, maintain your independence. Keep your life intact. Don't give up your hobbies, your routines, or your support system for someone you've only met online. Your world comes first, always. Fourth, spot manipulative language. Watch for guilt tripping, creating urgency, or statements that try to isolate you from friends, family, or your instincts. If it feels off, it probably is. These strategies protect your heart without making you cynical. You can still hope for love. You can still be excited. But now, you're doing it wisely. You're not ignoring your instincts. You're trusting them. In the next section, we'll look at another real-life scenario, showing how these strategies play out in action and how small steps can prevent big mistakes. Let me show you a few chat examples so you can see these red flags in action. Here's one. Someone says, "If you really loved me, you'd delete your other dating apps." That's a classic red flag. Love doesn't demand deletion, it invites trust. If someone is serious about you, they won't try to control your choices, they'll respect your boundaries. Here's another. Someone keeps cancelling real-life meetings. At first, each excuse sounds plausible. A work trip, a sick family member, or something technical. But here's the key. The pattern tells the story, not just the words. See, it's easy to get caught up in charm or well-crafted messages. But when you step back and look at consistent behaviours, the truth shows itself. And this is exactly why keeping that list from our interactive exercise earlier matters. By noticing repeated behaviours, you start spotting patterns before emotions pull you in too far. Next, we'll talk about how to respond to these situations, so you can protect yourself without shutting your heart down. Online dating can be wild, confusing, and emotionally exhausting at times. But here's what I want you to remember. First, trust your instincts. That little voice of discomfort? It's usually telling you something important. Don't ignore it. Second, balance hope with caution. You can remain open to love while still protecting yourself. Being careful doesn't mean closing your heart. It means being smart. Third, you are not failing. Every awkward message, every confusing interaction, you are learning, growing, and preparing for a genuine connection that's right for you. This mindset will help you navigate online dating with confidence, not fear. You can engage, enjoy, and explore relationships without losing sight of your safety or self-respect. Finally, let's wrap up with a few last reminders and your next steps so you leave this video empowered, not overwhelmed. Let's quickly summarize what we've covered. Watch for fast intimacy without action. Words are easy, actions are real. Verify identity video calls, social media, mutual connections. Trust your instincts, that little voice telling you something feels off. Listen to it. Slow down and maintain independence. Keep your life intact while exploring connections online. And if you want the full guide, with real stories, step-by-step strategies, check out my book, What a Wild Online Dating World. I want you to have something to hold on to while you navigate this wild online dating world. Please click link in comment section below. Finally, share this video with a friend who's dating online. You're not stopping anyone from love. You're helping them navigate it safely, wisely, and confidently. Thank you for watching. Take care of your heart, trust your instincts, and remember, you can still hope for love and find it safely.